that Jay was doing. Did anyone out there know what Alan was doing? Ruth, Michael, JJ, do you have an idea what Alan was doing?
I thought he was doing the same thing, to be honest.
No, they were doing separate things.
Jurassic Park? No.
Jurassic Park? No?
No,
Okay.
see, I know that he was doing something about with 4. So, I mean, I do know it had 2 words, but that's because you...
6 words.
Yeah.
6 words.
6 words. Oh, well, then I didn't know what it was. Sorry.
6 words. Ooh.
Okay, so Alan, would you
Tough
like
one.
to reveal what the film was you were doing in this game?
Yeah, second word, Python. Third word, and. Fourth word, the.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Only.
There
Yeah.
you go, JJ. You would have got it.
Fucking Grail.
I got that off 4 words. Look at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so next up, audience, we are going to need suggestions. What else are we going to need a suggestion of? Can I get a suggestion of a fear? Something that scares you. Audience, we're going to need suggestions of fears. Whilst we get these suggestions of fears coming through, I'm just going to remind everyone that this is... hang on, what's this? Okay, so don't worry about that. So, audience, I'm going to remind you this is Extreme Improv XStreamed show. Where is my camera? My camera's gone.
Yeah.
We can't see you.
Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. Sorry about that, guys. Ages. This is Extreme Improv XStreamed. Having a couple of technical difficulties here this morning. Or this afternoon. See, there was one in itself.
Saying the Facebook is frozen.
Facebook has frozen. No, I think they were guessing the film Frozen.
No, the broadcast is interrupted when the guys are doing their film thing.
Oh, that's why, Alan, you didn't get it.
That must be it, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ruth. Thank you.
Okay,
Salving
so
my ego there. Thank
I'll
you.
try and troubleshoot that. Audience, tell us if it's working on Facebook. But also, do give
It's
us
not, so I'm watching
suggestions of
Oh,
something
it's
that...
moved on now.
Okay, thanks.
Now it's ended. No, now it's ended. So I'm
Okay,
gonna press
right.
start again.
JJ, I'm going to mute you. Let me talk to the audience. Right, okay, so so I'm just going to take that as the suggestion. It's working now, says Dave Green. So for the sake of moving on, we're going to play an alphabet scene. This is going to be a traditional alphabet scene. It is going to feature JJ and Ruth. JJ and Ruth. It's going to be a traditional alphabet scene. And it's going to have JJ and Ruth. And it's going to be based around the fear of being frozen. See how I use that there? The fear of being frozen. And I will start you off on the letter I, as the last comment started with the letter I. Start on the letter I, get back to the letter I, and here you go.
I have a real fear of being cold, frozen, everything, freezing.
JJ feels exactly the same.
Kitchen freezing is the worst, though, don't you think?
Oh, live a bit, love.
My hearing must be going, I didn't get what you just said.
No one gets what I say, to be honest.
Of course, but we want to.
Well, politically, but not always.
Quintessentially, I need to know what your opinion is of being frozen.
Raspberries. That's my opinion.
Something tells me we're not quite connected properly.
Thoughtful of you. You're right.
Unfortunately, I want to connect with you properly.
We liked meine Liebchen.
Why are you suddenly talking in German?
Exactly. Why not? Why not?
You do know that I don't speak German.
Zoom allows you to speak any language you want, darling.
Ah, absolutely right.
Behave.
Can't see why I should.
Go. You should always behave.
Everyone tries to behave, and it's much more fun if you don't.
Oh, for goodness sake, just behave.
Good grief, you are getting a bit hoity-toity about this.
Hoity-toity, me?
I think so, anyway.
Hey!
Oh,
The end.
Okay, so they made it. Well done, guys. So,
oh, yeah.
next up, let's have a scene with Jay and Alan. Jay and Alan, but we're going to make it a bit more difficult because it's going to be a reverse alphabet scene. A reverse alphabet scene. I'm going to take another another suggestion that we've got of the fears that you guys had. We've got cockroaches scare me, lol, says Sherry on Facebook. Maggots in my food, says Janie, and dentist scares me, says Max. But I think we're going to go with cockroaches scare me. Cockroaches scare me. I'd like you to begin this at the letter D and move backwards until you get back to the letter D. And here you go.
You know what scares the shit out of me? Cockroaches. I can't stand them. If you cut their head off, they survive for days. What is wrong with a creature like that?
Cockroaches are really weird. Why do you have to bring up this topic when we're eating?
By the gods, I'm sorry for doing that. That was the stupidest thing I could possibly have done, apart from maybe talking about maggots in your food.
Alan, you're forgiven. Don't worry about it. Let's just talk about something pleasant, like, I don't know. What do you have in mind?
Zero ideas, to be honest. If I had anything sensible to talk about, I wouldn't have started off ranting about cockroaches.
Yaks are a good thing to talk about. Have you tried the yak butter in this restaurant?
Extremely delicious, sorry about that. Extremely delicious yak butter, I feel.
Why don't we take some home?
Very similar to it, it would add to any future Buddhist teas we produce. So I think that's a marvelous product.
Undulating between yes or no won't matter in this one. I'm going to make a decision. I'll buy yak butter for you.
Testicular cancer is proven to be good to prevent testicular cancer as well. So we should definitely get a load of them.
Surely. Why don't we hit the supermarket before it closes?
Right, do you mean the supermarket or do you mean the mall?
Clearly, I meant the mall. Let's go to the mall this time.
Perfect, let's do that, but let's first put our yak butter in the car so it's in the shade and cool.
On the other hand, why don't we just carry the yak butter into the mall while it's cool so that it will be cooler?
Now you mention it, the mall's probably air conditioned, isn't it? That's fair enough.
Yeah, malls in the Philippines are definitely air conditioned.
Oh, hang on, he said yeah before he said mall.
Ruth, don't worry, let them go.
Malls in the Philippines are always air conditioned. I don't know here in the United Kingdom. The last time I visited were too, right?
Legitimately, the weather in the UK is so bloody awful that as a rule there is no need to air condition anything. The important thing is to waterproof.
Low? As in low waterproof or high waterproof?
Knowledge like that is outside my ken completely, I have to admit.
Just that it's a wonderful thing to talk about.
I couldn't be happier because this has completely distracted me from the fact that I've got a dentist's appointment in 2 hours.
Happy to hear that. But so let's just get the yak butter. Let's get the stuff that you need. I'll bring you to the dentist so that I can make you dinner later.
Genocide against cockroaches! Sorry, lost it again. Yak butter, good.
Fine, that's okay. I don't have any problems with that.
Extremely understanding of you, Jay, thank you.
Danke.
Okay, and well done, guys. Well done. So we're going to do
Well done, guys.
one more of these. Sorry, a couple of notes there. A couple of notes. This is not the random alphabet game. We don't need to call them out if they make an error. You were like, you said the wrong word first.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
Okay,
Please accept
but
my
there's a couple of other things. First of all, JJ, I had to mute you in that because I don't know what it was, but it sounds like you're conducting an ultrasound on someone off screen. There was like a sound coming through, and it kept saying at the top that it was
doing nothing here. It's pretty weird.
it was coming from your thing. So when I stopped it, it went smoother. So sorry for muting you.
Okay.
But also,
No problem.
sorry, Jay and Alan, I popped into the scene by mistake.
Yeah,
at
I saw
one point with the most disgusted look on my face as I was trying to work out where the sound was coming from. But that was a mistake. I apologise. So,
No worries,
Michael,
no worries.
it'll be over to you and me, and we are going to attempt. Michael, do you know your NATO phonetic alphabet?
Pardon?
Do you know
Do
the
I know
NATO
what?
phonetic alphabet?
Which alphabet?
NATO. Alpha, Bravo.
Vaguely.
Okay, this will be interesting. So we're going to attempt to do a NATO phonetic alphabet scene. So we're going to... in fact, this isn't going to work. Right, Michael, are you in front of a computer?
Yes.
Right, screw it. We're just going to do a normal alphabet scene. Why make it difficult on ourselves? It's a Friday afternoon. We're going to do an alphabet scene as well. Okay, so... Right, so we're going to do an alphabet scene, and let's see what it's going to be about. So this is going to be about... Everyone's popping in now. Right, this is going to be... This is going to be about going to the dentist. Dentist's scare.
Can I just say,
Yes.
I hope that, like in Olympic diving, the points that Jay and I got for the reverse scene will be multiplied by the difficulty.
Okay, so the pointing system on this show has always been majorly flawed. It doesn't matter what you do throughout the whole show, as long as you win the impressions at the end, that's all that seems to matter. But the argument for it is if you have won over the whole audience throughout the entire show, they may vote for you at the end, even if you don't give the strongest impression. But regardless, so...
Well done, Alan.
Right, so, Michael, we are going to do a scene about being at the dentist, following the alphabet. We're going to start at the letter J and go all the way through until we get back to the letter J. Are you ready?
Yes.
In that case, here we go.
Joking, aren't you? I don't want to go to the dentist.
Killing me! It's really killing me!
Look, all you have to do is attach a piece of elastic to it and pull it out.
Michael, I know you've got a fear of the dentist, but I'm the one in pain here.
Nonetheless, I think we have to take direct action in order to address our fears.
Optician. Could we go to the optician as sort of like a first step to going to the dentist?
Please, can you be serious? We need dental, if not orthodontic, assistance.
Quickly then, just do what you're going to do. If you're going to tie a piece of string, just do it.
Right, lay on the floor and put one leg against the door so that your foot is trapped in the door.
Shoe is against the door. My shoe is against the door.
True, it may not work, I grant you that.
Okay. Undo this piece of string. I think I can get a chicken out.
Verily, not with this elastic.
What? What are you trying to say? I'm getting a bit panicked.
X-ray machine, thank God I've got one in my bag. Let's open your mouth, close your eyes while I take an X-ray.
You're going to take an X-ray while I got my alpha in my ear?
Zoom is the answer. Use the zoom function on my that way we'll be able to see deep within your tooth.
Are you suggesting that you're going to do a tooth extraction over a Zoom call?
Basically, yes.
Can we just get it over with? This is going to really hurt.
Dig in deep and you'll be fine.
Okay, elastic is around it. Pull! Pull!
Fucking hell, it's all coming out. Your whole gum and everything.
Ooh, gums! I've just got my gums left!
Help! Somebody... Teeth out. We've got this terrible fear of dentistry.
I don't think you're actually qualified as a dentist, are you?
Jazz. Let's put some jazz on the stereo. And that way we can dismiss babies.
And scene! So, cool, we've done that there. So, audience, we've asked you for suggestions of characters from fiction and people from history, plus their secrets. So, we are going to go on to our next game, which is known as... I can't find it. But anyway, an extreme monologue. It's an extreme monologue. And so the way this works is each of our performers is going to get the opportunity to perform a monologue. But when they perform this monologue, it will be timed and they will not be allowed to repeat any words whatsoever. They are also not allowed to hesitate, which we count as an extended pause, or saying non-words such as or Whoever is able to keep their monologue going for the longest will win. So, starting us off in this is going to be JJ. Let's come over to you, JJ. Let's find a character from the suggestions. Okay, you are John Bon Jovi, and you have a secret collection of thimbles. John Bon Jovi, secret collection of thimbles, and here you go.
Hey everybody, not a lot of people know that me, John Bon Jovi, has a secret collection of thimbles. Big, small, medium, many sizes. I love to put my thumb inside and it makes me feel so good. Really ecstatic. Almost excited and definitely orgiastic. I am the man you think and listen to during your
35
breaks.
seconds. Was there a challenge there, Alan?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that was a repetition of a line there.
I think there was as well. So that's 35 seconds, which is a very, very good time. Very good time. Next, we're going to come to Michael. So, Michael, you will go next. I'm going to find a character for you. You are Winston Churchill, and you can't swim. You're Winston Churchill, and you can't swim. And here you go.
We will fight them on the beach. Water or maritime activities.
Oh, sorry.
What's the challenge there, Alan?
Yeah, repetition of all.
Oh, 16 seconds. Repetition of the
Are you
word.
serious?
Are you serious? Dear boy, are you sure you've quite got your head on straight?
Do you know who I am?
Winston Churchill's moved up a few octaves since
I know.
Can I say that is the longest I've ever gone in that game?
I'm sure. Okay, so next up, Alan. Let's find a character for you. You are going to be Basil Fawlty is scared of horses. Basil Fawlty is scared of horses, and here you go.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't normally allow you to bring animals into the lobby of Fawlty Towers Hotel, finest establishment. I feel...
Freeze at 25 seconds. What's the challenge? Sorry, Michael, it's just glitching out us there. I'm going to have to wait 1 second so we can hear what the challenge is. What's the challenge, Michael?
Too slow. Take in between each word.
No, I don't agree with that. That's not... I don't think he was too slow. I think it was just slow enough. The delivery... You know, you can play with it. You can game the game this way. So, Alan, incorrect challenge. Everything he said previously will continue, so listen out. And here you go.
Said I. That was my challenge.
Oh,
You
repetition
said
of the word I. I'm willing to accept it. So, 25 seconds is what you've got there. There was 2 challenges. I just missed it on the glitch. So, 25 seconds. Next, we're going to come to Jay. Jay, let's come over here, find a character for you. Okay, you are Doctor Who. You are scared of interplanetary travel. You are Doctor Who. You are scared of interplanetary travel. And here you go. Challenge, because you started with the word Dave Green, if you're watching, it doesn't.
He's broken your record.
Yeah, it happens to every man at one point in their life. It would seem.
If I remember the first one, then Dave Green did it. Now I'm done. So
Done, Jay.
Okay, so next up we're going to come to Ruth.
Oh.
Ruth, let's find a character for you. You are going to be Frank Spencer. Frank Spencer secretly wants to be a postman. Frank Spencer secretly wants to be a postman, and here you go.
Ooh, Betty, I need to be fulfilled in my life. The delivery of mail, letters, bills would be the pinnacle of success. Don't you think? A postman or woman could be...
B, repetition of B at 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Brilliant.
So, I will go last. So, hopefully, there is a couple of glitches. Hopefully, I'll be able to hear if I get challenged. But let's spotlight my video and find a character for me to be. And I am going to be Harley Quinn. And I fancy Killer Croc as suggested by Andrew Whittington. I am Harley Quinn. I fancy Killer Croc. And here I go. Well, there's something I need to talk to you about, Puddin'. Why so serious? All the time. Smiles on your face. Upsetting to poor Harlan Quinzel.
Oh, please.
What's this challenge?
Challenge is repetition of 2. Something I need to talk to you
Oh,
about.
very good.
Yeah.
So that's 20 seconds, which means 35 seconds. JJ, you win that round. Okay, so, everyone seems to be glitching out. Zoom, get your act together. The stream is going, but it is the Zoom call where everyone is disappearing a little bit. So I will just vamp for a second whilst everyone comes back. So this is the Extreme Improv XStreamed. Too hot for Zoom, it would seem, just because we're getting a little bit of glitching. So let's have a look what we've got coming up. Audience, I've asked you to give suggestions of more characters from fiction and history and unusual things for them to do, as we're going to be moving into our finale round, which is an impression battle royale, which is a tournament where we will do a couple of rounds where we have people doing impressions, and then audience, you get to vote. Whoever you feel does the best impression will go through to the grand finale, and we will have a 3-way to decide it in the end. So audience, still keep putting suggestions of characters from fiction, people from history, and unusual things for them to do, and we will come on to the impressions. So let's just have a look what we haven't used from the last round, because they will still work for this one. Okay, I will ask Michael. Can you start for us? Michael, and we will have Michael and Jay. Michael and Jay, you will have the first round, but Michael, you will begin. So let's spotlight your video, Michael. And it says the internet connection is not stable. So this is going to be an interesting round. So audience, this is the perfect opportunity. Even if you cannot see everything they do, vote for your favourite performers. Who has won you over in this game, in this show today? So, Michael, I would like you to be Freddie Mercury, secretly hating pizza. Freddie Mercury. Okay, Freddie Mercury secretly hated pizza. I'm going to wait for you not to be glitched, and then we will put it over to you. But Michael, you're currently glitched. Don't know if you can hear me. I'm just going to take control of the screen because you are really gurning on the way it's frozen right now, which is comically funny. But we're going to wait for these guys to come back, and we will bring you this exciting conclusion to what's going on here. Michael is still glitched out. Ruth's headshot has just popped up onto the screen. This is a live show, guys. It's a live show. Won't it be amazing when we have actual live shows back in comedy clubs and theatres where we won't glitch quite as much, but you also won't be able to watch us in your underpants from home quite as much as you can at the moment. So swings and roundabouts. Let's just have a look. Michael, are you able to move, or are you still glitchy? I see a little bit of movement on this screen. Still not quite strong yet, so I am actually just going to keep vamping. I'm going to remind everyone out there that there's lots of other things on Facebook page, YouTube channel, Mixer, Twitch and Twitter, whilst I wait for everyone's signal to come back into working order. The stream seemingly is still going absolutely fine. It's just the Zoom call where it seems to have an issue. I'm going to do what I can to improve internet signal in the future, but it's an ongoing... Okay, hang on a second, everyone. Let's just see what we can. I feel like I'm on television, like on a news report, where someone comes through and it's just like, now we have our correspondent outside Buckingham Palace, and then they stand there and then it comes back to them and says, well, we seem to have lost this person. Oh, can you speak so I can hear if we can hear you?
Hello,
Okay.
hello, hello.
Oh, okay, so I think we have got Michael back. We've got Michael back. So, Michael, we're expecting big things from this impression of Freddie Mercury secretly hating pizza. You've had months to rehearse this now. And in your own time, take it away.
Delilah, Delilah, Delilah. Ah, it's pizza. I don't eat pizza. I'm a friend of Princess Diana. And Diana and me, we don't do pizza. Delilah, Delilah, Delilah. We don't do pizza. That's it. That's my impression of Freddie Mercury secretly hating pizza.
So, that was spectacular. Right, so Jay, if you can come back. Jay, we're now going to find a character for you to do. So let's spotlight your video. Let's find out who you're going to be. You are going to be... Let's find out who you are. You are going to be Prince Charles trying to find his teddy bear so he can get to sleep. You are Prince Charles. You're trying to find your teddy bear so you can get to sleep. And here you go.
To look for a bear. An actual bear. No. Not that. Not that. William, did you keep the bear? I don't know. I don't really know what we're talking about. Just give me the bear. Oh, it's with Harry. Harry. Oh. Let me just go to sleep with or without the bear.
Okay, well done there, Jay. So, audience, who do you think did the better impression there? Please vote for Michael if you felt it was Michael and that you felt that he did rock us. Did he rock you? I'm going for a pun there, something. Right, okay. Or do you think that Jay made a royal masterpiece of it? So vote for Jay if you felt that it was Jay as Prince Charles. Vote for Michael if you felt it was Michael as Freddie Mercury. So whilst we wait for the votes to come through, first of all, let's find out, Ruth, who would you give it to?
I really thought that Jay had got a lot of the facial thing right for Prince Charles. But I liked Michael's dancing. I'm just not quite sure about the Delilah. What, Freddie Mercury? Delilah? Not sure. I was thinking Tom Jones.
Tom
then.
Jones.
But let's split the vote. Half and half. I can't decide between them.
Okay, so, Alan, how would you vote that one?
Yeah, I had to look up Freddie Mercury and Delilah. He did do a song called Delilah, but it's infinitely less famous than Tom Jones's Delilah. Most interesting for me from that whole round is with the teddy bear. We finally figured out who Diana was referring to when she said there were 3 people in that marriage. On the basis that Jay had much less time to prepare than Michael, I'm going to give it to Jay.
Okay, JJ, how would you vote it?
Well, I loved Michael's physicalisation of Freddie. I felt like I was back in 1989 at Wembley, I must admit. But I think Jay shaded it, nice bit of silent acting at the beginning, held himself well in a kind of regal, royal manner. So I'd give it to Jay.
Okay, let's see what the audience have voted. So Janie on Twitch has said Michael. Andrew on Facebook has said Michael. Dave Green on Facebook says, I vote Michael's incredible impression of Tom Jones. Well, but as Alan said, he did do a much less... Although you have to wonder, Michael, that is subtle acting there to go for an obscure song when there are so many famous ones. But Michael, that's 3 votes. Okay, Max also votes for Michael, and Samuel also votes for Michael. So I think at that stage, 5 votes straight in like that. Any more coming through? Michael,
he's
you
going to
haven't
go
won that round. So Michael, look at this. It's a birthday miracle. Everyone has remembered how to spell the word Michael. So next up, we will have JJ and Alan. JJ and Alan.
I'm in ecstasy.
Okay, right, so we're going to start with you, JJ. Let's find a character. Audience, keep putting through suggestions of characters and unusual things for them to be doing. Let's see who we've got here. I would like you to be Mr. Magoo training astronauts. Mr. Magoo training astronauts as suggested by Andrew on Facebook.
Okay. Follow me. No. Just rocket. There's the rocket. Go in it. It's the red ball. What? Oh. No, not that rocket. The other rocket. No. Oh. Okay. Well, press the green button. Okay. Well, tough. I got to go to the stuff.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much there, JJ. So next up, we're going to find a character, Alan. Let's see who we've got here. Alan. Just going to wait for your camera to come onto it. We're going to hold that thought a second. We may have a... I know you have appeared. No vamping required. So let's have a look who you are going to be. You are going to be Boris Johnson doing the safety dance. Boris Johnson doing the safety dance. And here you go.
First of all, Spaff, we can dance if we want to dance, but you can't bring your friends unless they're Dominic Cummings or Piccadilly. So, always remember that the other day with my father, who, by the way, that little blonde toff he hangs around with, having her every which way, but as far as I can tell, doing it safely. Safety dance. Have I got Spaff for you?
Okay, fantastic. It is now voting time. Audience, please put your votes into the comments of who you felt. Where have I lost the Zoom call to? Are you still there, guys?
Weirdly,
right.
I was thinking before the show began how unfair it would be if you got Boris Johnson for the extreme monologue. Because if you can neither repeat nor hesitate, you can't do an impression of Boris.
No.
Very true. So, you have to find a way. That's definitely going to come out now that you've clued the audience in to that for future shows.
Damn it!
Okay.
I'm full to myself.
So, audience, who do you vote for? If you vote for Alan as the PM, put Alan or Boris. If you vote for JJ as Mr. Magoo, put JJ or Magoo. Let's find out what our fellow performers thought. So, Michael, who would you vote for here?
Well, I thought JJ did a marvellous Walter Matthau, actually, from the
film version.
but I think the Boris Johnson was very realistic, so I'm going to vote for Boris Johnson.
Michael, just to confirm,
not
Michael,
again!
you're voting for Boris Johnson. Michael just voted for Boris Johnson, everyone. Right, we've proved it.
Swine.
I mean,
Swine.
No, Michael. I'm going to get that
No,
clip.
you said Michael.
I'm going to get
You're not
that
getting
clip.
involved now.
Right, so, okay,
I
right.
didn't mean
It's going to come back to
real
haunt
Boris.
you at times, Michael. Guaranteed.
Oh, your fault, Michael!
Okay, so...
I didn't mean that. I don't.
It's too late, Michael. It's too late. Right, okay, Jay, who do you vote for here?
I'm actually split on the matter because I don't know either of them. So
Well,
I really don't. But,
well, hang on, Jay. I'm just going to clear it up for you. So one of them was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and the other was Boris Johnson. So, Jay, who do you vote for?
Well, I'll just split my vote because the intensity was either inward or outward, and it's a toss-up for me. So
Okay, Ruth, who do you vote for?
I thought JJ's Mr. Magoo was fabulous, absolutely wonderful. So I thought I was probably going to steer there, but then when I saw Alan's work, I mean, Alan, gosh, that was fabulous.
Yeah.
So Alan gets my vote,
Thank you.
not the person he was impersonating.
Okay, let's have a look. So, let's have a look what we've got in the comments. So, we've got lots of things in the comments here, lots of things. So, Nadine says, go on, JJ. I'm going to take that as a vote. Let's see if there's any further things on that. Dave Green says, sorry, I missed Alan's educating us about the obscure Freddy song. YouTube is slowing down every now and then, so must have missed it. Oh, that's a shame. But Nadine does confirm she voted for JJ. Erica says, Alan, really good. Sam puts Alan. Dave Green puts Alan. Andrew puts Alan. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds, but it looks like Alan has run away with this one.
I can see the suggestions. I was hoping to get the Boris one. It was a nice one, and Alan did it very well.
Okay, so
it is center. Yeah.
I think at this stage we can say that Alan, you have won.
Yeah.
So well done, Alan. You go through, and
Play it, JJ.
and then earlier we've had Michael go through. So we need to find one more person to go through. So Ruth, you haven't done yours yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
So you can go first, and then I will go after. So let's find out who you are going to be. You are going to be. Interesting, we've got Da Vinci, but we had Leonardo da Vinci last night. So let's. Oh, here's someone for you. Marge Simpson being accused of farting and having to defend herself. Marge
What?
farting. Marge Simpson, she's been accused of farting, and now she has to defend herself. And in your own time, here you go.
I know it wasn't me. I would never. I don't blow off. No, Homer. It must have been Homer. I wouldn't do it. Why would I do it? It would expand my hair too much. I don't, it would all go up. No, it wasn't me. The smell, that's not me. That's not me.
Okay, fantastic, Ruth. Okay, excellent. So now I will find a character for me. See if anything new has come through. If not, I'll go back to the old one. And
You're going to pick the Darth Vader, which is good.
I'm not going to choose Darth Vader. That comes up too often.
The
Walter
other one
White.
after's quite good.
What, Walter White?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep the Breaking Bad theme from last night. Okay, so
Oh, is it
Walter
last night?
White hosting a rave. As someone that's never been to a rave, this will be interesting. So Walter White,
Have you ever made meth?
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you after. Right, okay, so Walter White hosting a rave. Okay, so, everyone, listen up. I'm going to make this explicitly clear for you out there. If we just look at the chemistry of what we're trying to achieve here, a rave needs drugs. And I have something very special for you. So you can come to me and be the one who knocks, and I will give you some blue sky. None of this crap that you make with your chili pea, Jesse, but we're going to rave things up. So Walter White, dance moves in the house. Yeah, I did my own drugs. And there you go. So, audience, who do you think did the better impression there? If you felt it was me as Walter White, then put David or Heisenberg. If you felt it was Ruth as Marge Simpson, then put Ruth or Margie. So, up to you now, audience. Put your votes into the comments section. JJ, how would you vote this one?
Oh, both very good, really good. Liked Ruth's accent and hair, and she was definitely there and linked to the other characters. David took it on well, nice accent. I really can't split you two, I'm afraid. Both very good.
Okay, Jay, how would you vote this?
This time, I didn't feel Marge was really maternal, so I'll give it my vote to you, Dave.
Okay, Michael, how would you vote it?
Well, I never knew that Marge Simpson was from Derry in Northern Ireland, but that's marvellous. But apart from the Northern Irish context, it was a great performance from Bruce. But I'm going to go for Dave the Rave.
Okay, Dave the Rave, I like it. Okay, Alan, how would you vote this?
Well, I thought they were both very strong vocal performances, even if Walter White did sound a little bit like Mike from last night.
What? They were completely different. Mike's a lot lower. Walter is a lot higher. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I thought that was the drugs. I'm going to have to give it to Ruth, because owing to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, I could see where you were, but not what you were doing at the same time.
Okay, so let's see what the audience have said. So we've got some votes coming through. Let's see what we've got. We have Samuel O. George has voted for Ruth. Dave Green has said, I'm voting for Ruth's wonderful performance as Woody Allen. That's amazing. That is a comment of the day. Okay, Erica says, Dave the Rave, so good. So that's 2-1 to Ruth. And then Andrew Whittington has said David, so that's 2 apiece. We're going to vamp for a few more seconds to see if we have any more votes coming through. See if we've got any more votes coming through. It is 2 apiece. 2 to me, 2 to Ruth. Let's see. Put Walter White or David if you're voting for me. Put Marge Simpson or Ruth if you're voting for Ruth. So, let's just have a look. Any more votes coming through? I'm just going to remind our audience at this stage that this is the Extreme Improv Extreme Show. You're watching it either on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, DLive, or VK, and somewhere else I've definitely forgotten. YouTube, I don't think I said YouTube. Or Facebook, I forget. But regardless, you can subscribe, like, share, and all these things, which will help people find us. We're going to have another show next week on Wednesday and Thursday at 8:30 PM UK time, and we'll see if we have another matinee on Friday at 12 PM. And at this point, there's not any more votes come through, so Ruth and I, we're going to have to do a challenge. So, Michael, can you set Ruth and I some sort of talent contest or scavenger hunt based challenge that we have to complete here and now?
Modern artists. You have to name as many modern artists as you can.
One each, one after each other.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a category battle. A category
First
battle.
person to dry loses.
Okay, first person to dry loses. Okay, Ruth, you can go first.
Gee, thank you. Miro.
No, that's out of time, Ruth. That is out of time. I'm so sorry. Right.
That's up to Michael, isn't it?
I think
Well-
the competitor can judge as well.
No.
Okay,
That
what was
seems
your...
like
I started a
bollocks.
countdown. Ruth, what was your answer?
Said Miro.
Miro. Joan Miro.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to let you have this one here, Ruth. I'm just going to let you have it.
Thank you. I said
Right.
Miro before your last hand.
It did. It actually did come in.
Okay. So, just for the interest of let's move on. So we have 3 finalists. We have Ruth, we have Michael, and we have Alan. Ruth, Michael, and Alan, you will do a 3-way finale here. So starting us off will be Michael. I'm going to spotlight your video, and here we find a character for you. I would like you to be William Wallace, comparing Doritos to Monster Munch. William Wallace comparing Doritos to Monster Munch. And here you go.
I have no idea who I am, but I'm taking these Doritos on one hand and Monster Munch on the other. Both of them flavoursome delicacies that would alter the course of history through your choice. Monster Munch has a cheese twang that is essentially non-chili specific. The other one, the name of which I have temporarily forgotten, is full of chili. So the choice, my people, is yours. Choose one or the other, but you can't have both.
Okay, thank you very much there, Michael. I love that. The name of the other one I have temporarily forgotten.
William Wallace. I'd like to apologise to any of our Scottish viewers for all our Wallace, the man who fought all his life against English dominance, being presented with a posh English accent. Sorry about that, guys. But he was the son of a lord, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got the Wallace collection in Manchester, in London as well. I suppose he's picking up on that.
Yeah, besides, he wasn't Australian, so it's getting closer.
Something, yeah.
Okay, so let's find another character that we haven't used before. So let's have... who have we got? Okay, so Alan, you are going to be Count Dracula. Drinking tomato sauce. Count Dracula, drinking tomato sauce. And here you go.
Welcome. Come into my larder. Take a little of the friendship you bring and leave some of it behind when you leave. You are invited into my home. Become vegan, they said. It's all the rage, they said. 69 varieties, my arse. At least human blood type has 4 varieties.
Okay.
Rocket, where's the sunlight?
Okay, and last up we will have Ruth. Let's find a character for you. We have a new suggestion just come through from Andrew Whittington on Facebook. It says, the Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz robbing a bank. The Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz robbing a bank. And in your own time, Ruth, here you go.
We're off to see the bank. We're going to rob it now. Follow the bank. Ooh, there is a bank. There is a bank. Oh, let's get there. Quick. We can get in because we're so small. They won't see us at all. If we go in, they can't tell it's us. We can rob the money. There. And run away, quick as we can, run away.
Okay, fantastic. So, well done. Okay. So, the question is our member of the Lollipop Guild laughing all the way to the bank? If so, then vote for Ruth. Vote for Ruth. If you felt that Alan's impression of Dracula sucked, then vote for Alan. And if you liked Michael's Prince Charles meets Groundskeeper Willie, then vote for Michael. So Michael as William Wallace, put Michael or William. If you are voting for Alan as Count Dracula, then we will count your vote for Alan. If you are voting for the Lullaby League, then put Ruth or Munchkin. So let's find out what our fellow performers thought. JJ, who would you vote for here?
Well, in reverse order, I think Dave Green's comment that Michael's the only man he knows who Cloda Rogers and Lena Zavaroni are, but not the famous Scot William Wallace. And having gone to a Scottish university, I'm sorry, Michael, but you are a distant third. Alan started off really well. I thought that was a lovely start. Loved the 4 varieties of blood. Got that reference, so that was very good. But I think kind of faded off a bit at the end. Lost it at the end. Ruth was consistent throughout. Loved the camera work, the little Munchkin thing, the noises, immediately there in character. Big vote for Ruth.
Okay, so Jay, how would you vote it?
I'm a fan of everyone, but now if I'm gonna rank it, it's going to be Alan, Ruth, and Michael.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yes, in that order.
Okay,
Voting you first.
let's see what we have in comments. So, audience, still continue to put any votes through that you've got coming through. And yes, as JJ read out, Michael's the only man who knows Cloda Rogers and Lena Zavaroni. So this is just a callback to when we did the Extreme Improv Radio Rumble podcast show. All of the episodes of which that we've done so far are available to watch on any of the channels you're currently watching on. So do check them out. And we've still got several episodes that are currently unreleased, which we will be releasing very soon. And you'll be able to see what they are talking about here. But that Michael doesn't know the famously not English William Wallace. Samuel O. George has voted for Ruth. Andrew has said Ruth. Dave Green says, but I'm still voting for Michael. So that's 1 for Michael, 2 for Ruth. Erica says, has to be the vegan Count, Alan. Okay, and then we've got another vote for Ruth come through via Twitch. Any more votes coming through? I'm just going to vamp for 5 more seconds so that we can see if there are any more votes coming through, and then we will call it. So once again, I'm going to remind everyone that later on today, Dave, who is commenting in the comments, along with Samuel O. George, who is also commenting in the comments, and myself will be doing a live podcast on this same channel about professional wrestling, where we'll be looking at the worst wrestling characters, the worst gimmicks of history. So now I've vamped. Sorry?
Dude love.
Dude love. No, we like Dude love. But anyway, at this stage, I can say, Ruth, you have won. You are today's champion. So once again, as I like to at the end here, I'm going to present you with the championship belts, which will be hovering over you on the screen for all of the viewers to see, as you are today's champion. So well done there, Ruth.
Thank you.
Audience, if you have anything you'd like to say at the end, any shout outs, any birthday messages, which seem to be all the rage these days, do put them in the comments now and we can read anything out at the end of the show. And if not, then why not? But otherwise, we're going to find out where we can find all of our performers on social media or in the real world. So let's have a go first with Michael. Where can the people find you?
Well, hi. Well, you can find me.
Oh, hi there.
On Facebook, Michael Tufnell, TUFFNELL. On the Twitter, at Michael Tufnell, all compressed into one word. And on the Instagram, at Michael_Tufnell. And just to say that Delilah is a delightful song by Freddie Mercury that was has never been beaten by anybody else, because Freddie Mercury is a true star. But lots of love. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Maybe Dave could play us out with it.
No, Michael's going to sing us out with it. So, Michael, you're going to sing some Delilah at the end here for us. Right. Alan, where can we find you, and what song are you going to sing?
You can't find me anywhere because social media is bad for my mental health. Sorry about that. And the song I will sing us out with is I will go with Joy Division Oven Gloves by Half Man Half Biscuit.
Okay, some good recommendations from the sounds of it.
Respect.
Jay, what is your song and where can we find you? I don't know what this song business is about.
Okay, because Samuel O. George is my idol. I imitate him a lot. So this is where you can find me. You can find me at Bald Guy Science on Twitter. You can find me on Bald Guy Art Space on FB, or you can find our shows at 1.5 Men. And I'm going to sing you Amazing Grace. And
Amazing Grace.
I'm going to disappear to the background.
JJ, where can we find you?
Doing a few shows in the next week. Got Great British Bake Off on Saturday night, which has gone through Hoopla. Liam Brennan's running it. And then After Party Improv, Tuesday night late, again shown through Hoopla. And then again Thursday, a very good, just done a kind of online improv course with Katie Shoot from the Maydays. That's gone really well. I'm doing like a class show. So lots of stuff through Hoopla, quite fun. And I try not to use social media as well. So that's me.
Okay.
And my song would be the right version of Delilah by Tom Jones.
Okay, so I'll just come to myself before we come to today's winner. So, oh, hi there! My name is David Pstansky, which you can spell all mashed up together into one word, Pustansky. I am also on the Instagram. They found me! Right, I'm also on the Twitter and I'm on the Facebook, Pustansky. My song is going to be Smack My Bitch Up. So, you know, but Rachel, that's nothing to do with you, but lots of love, Rachel. But that's just the funniest song I can think up. In my girlfriend, Michael.
It's bitch.
No. Okay, Alan, you're going to get me into worlds of trouble for that. Right, so, lots of love, Rachel. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, we'll do the wrap up for the show in a second. Ruth, what is your song and where can we find you?
You can find me on @RuthCurtisActs on Twitter. That's probably the only place you need to find me, or you go to my website, www.ruthcurtis.co.uk. And my song will be in honour of the Munchkins, not that I had anything to do with it really. I'm going to be somewhere over the rainbow. That's where I'm going to be.
Okay, fantastic. So, let's just see if we've got anything final in the comments, and also just to wrap up, where you can find everything Extreme Improv related. The best place to find everything we do, video-wise, is on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Extreme Improv. If you're on there, or if you could go on there and click the subscribe button, that will help us out a lot. Also, we're on twitch.tv/Extreme Improv. Okay, I feel like I should be doing this. I always do it like out of time with everyone else, but regardless. So yeah, follow us on Twitch. We're on Facebook, where you can click the like button and that will help. And we're also on Mixer and Twitter and all these other
I have a
places.
question.
What's your question, Michael?
Me birthday singing as well.
Okay, we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Michael. So this didn't go too well last night when we tried singing in unison. So we're going to have to try and do it slow. So we're going to sing in unison to Michael on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. God, that
Dennis
was
Taylor.
painful.
Happy birthday to you.
People will think that people are phoning up Virgin Media. People are phoning up Virgin Media for their internet slowdown after that. Janie on
Thank
Twitch
you
says,
so
Happy
much.
birthday, Michael. She also says, good show, everyone. And let's see. Andrew Whittington says, The Safety Dance is a novelty song by Men Without Hats from 1982. A bit of trivia for you. Thank you for that, Andrew. That is interesting trivia. I'm going to look up that song before Michael sings us out with Delilah.
I didn't know that, but in the spirit of Boris Johnson, instead of looking it up, I just bluffed my way through it.
Yeah. Okay, Janie responds to the fact that we could hear sirens in the background and says they're coming to get me. Samuel O. George says, Jay, that background is spectacular. I'll have to make a better one now to get onto your level. Janie also puts, Jay is funny. And then Sam puts, this might not work. He says, like a football chant, Ruth the Munchkin. Ruth the Munchkin. Ruth the Munchkin.
I'm very short.
Yes. Ruth, did we come to you to find out where we can find you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget these things.
With
So,
purchase
in that case, guys, enjoy your Friday afternoons. We're going to wrap this here. Thank you so much and join us next time. And until next time, we bid you all good day. Bye.
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 Sing, Michael, sing.
Sing, Michael.
Delilah, 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 Delilah.
That's it, seriously.
Is that it?
I can't remember the word.
Oh, man, we're done.
God.
9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Okay,
All
and
engine
we
running.
are now...
Da da da, da da da, la 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 la. That one.
I want to I throw my panties at you.
Oh, thank you. I'll just wash them and iron them.
Thank you. Please do.
But only
off.
to do away. You're not.
Oh, lots of words coming through. Is that you, David? It's your editing, lots of words.
Okay, and we are now going to be live. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, cool.
Hello.
He's going for it.
But that basically should be the whole show. It's because we're going to play lots of improv games where we make up scenes, songs and stories based entirely on your suggestions.
So class, here's what you need to know.
We're going to get straight into our first game in a moment, but first of all, for everyone watching, we're going to need lots of suggestions from you throughout the show.
Give us lots and lots of suggestions.
Give the people what they want! Okay.
I was going to say, by the way, on
The first suggestion we're going to need is of a crime you would like to commit. So audience, still keep giving us suggestions of well-known characters from fiction.
Stealing Ronald McDonald's big shoes. The world has run out of ice cream.
We're going to do the dance of the headless chickens.
Okay, so we've got Rocky seducing a crocodile.
Okay. The people what they want! Give them what they want!
Did he write it?
Are going to play a game which is called Styles Clash. Styles Clash? Verbatim. We are going to move on to our final challenge of the show as an impression battle tournament.
Hello, Georgie. We're going to make a lovely cake.
I wish my mum was here.
Carbon 9.